Good day, everyone. It is another episode. Have you ever felt pressure in your life? I mean, real pressure. I know many people desire very fast results, but what happens when pressure rises and waiting becomes the hardest thing to do? Waiting becomes the hardest thing to do. What do you do when life is pressing you so hard that patience feels impossible? That is the experience many people go through even today. It can be pressure in your finances, it can be pressure in your relationship, it can as well be pressure even in your career, in your dreams, in your visions, even in your future ultimately. But listen carefully. It is important we understand, because not every delay means denial, not every struggle means failure, and not every pressure means the end. No matter the challenges, no matter the storms of life, no matter the difficult moment, it is not the end of life. It is important we recognize that. So in this episode, we shall be looking at the topic, healthy ways to process patience under pressure. My name is Mrs. Sophia Kiwamo. Remember to live with gladness. It is your personal responsibility. If there are healthy ways to process patience under pressure, obviously there are still unhealthy ways which we should watch out before they pose a lot of dangers. But the good news is that we have the vital role of support systems during the pressure moment. There are support systems all around us. Therefore, patience under pressure means learning how to stay calm, how to be steady, how to remain faithful when life becomes difficult, when life becomes stressful, when life becomes uncomfortable, without you rushing, without you breaking down, without you giving up. It is so important that we learn how to stay calm, stay stress-free, especially that difficult moment, that painful season, because many are rushing into taking wrong decisions that have affected their lives ultimately. That simply means even when life is hard and I feel pushed, I choose to trust the process and wait with a strong heart. Waiting at that pressure moment is so important, so vital, to wait with strong heart. It is so difficult to a lot of people. We can say that pressure is anything that makes life feel heavy and uncertain. Making life feeling heavy and uncertain is pressure moment. It's so important that we learn how to manage that very important time and season of our life. It can come as a result of delay in opportunities. Yes, delay in our financial expectation, our dreams, even unexpected, expected prayers, academic pressure can as well be the reason for such pressure moment. Career setbacks, even job loss can be a big challenge. Emotional pain and relationship, also health challenges have become another major challenge. Uncertainties about our future, unanswered prayers, or waiting season are also pressure that have affected many. It is important at this time to note that pressure is part of life. But the good news is that it's not the end of life. It is part of life. It is not the end of life. That's why it's so important we get ourselves equipped and be ready to face the challenges that the future brings. We can say that patience is not just waiting season. It's not just waiting season. That waiting time is not just what it needs, because many can say verbally, I am patiently waiting. But the question is, can you follow the actions required for patience? There are things needed for us to flow with patience. Yes, it is staying calm in that confusion, staying calm in that confusion. Can we reflect back? Can we really calm in the midst of the challenges? Not giving up when results are slow, not giving up. Many are giving up because they say they are patiently waiting, but they are giving up, or trusting that thing will still happen, that expectation will still happen, or controlling fear, anger, and frustration that sets in. Also, is important staying consistent even when nothing changes. Staying consistent when nothing is changing. It is actually very tough season even of one's life and our journey in life. So let's learn to truly learn to be patient, because it is strength under control. That's patience. strength under control when you are under that big pressure. Yes, some of the worst decisions are not made in comfort zone, but under pressure. When patience runs out, which one are you right now facing? Be careful to avoid the damaging effects that opens up, that brings about a lot of regrets today. Just imagine this scenario. This young girl was talented young lady, yes, who wanted to build her career successfully, but many of her friends were looking for, shortcuts, which she never wanted to do. Some of those times was actually discouraging. Some encouraged her to engage in those dishonest activities that promised to become fast reward, but she refused to yield to those attitudes. And obviously, it is not easy to stand even at that pressure moment. It's not easy. It promises to become a rewarding season. But Grace felt pressure because she saw others appearing successful while she was still struggling, especially financially, even in her career. Instead of giving in, she remained patient, continued her studies, developed different skills even at that season. And honestly, it worked out well. After several years of persistence, waiting, she secured a good job that built a reputable career. Some of her friends who chose shortcuts at those earlier moments eventually faced serious consequences at the end. And today, she is better off because patience under pressure is what she needed to build, even to build up in her career. But wrong solution while remaining committed to long-term success is a challenge. If I may ask, why is it so difficult? Many young people can't remain patient when the pressure is so high. Why is it so difficult? That's why it's so important for us to learn. There are unhealthy ways to process patience under that pressure moment. There are unhealthy ways. Pressure is part of life. That's what we must recognize. But ours is to respond. But the way we respond will determine whether we grow stronger or create more problems, even in the midst of the problem. Many people struggle with patience and adopt unhealthy coping methods that increases the stress, increases the problem. Just like impulse reaction has become the attitude of so many. Some people make quick decisions like quitting their job, speaking harshly. It's because of what they could not manage those moments. It's a moment they're supposed to pause, it's supposed to reflect, and also supposed to seek right counsel instead of impulse reaction. It's also another challenge, complaining and negativity, constantly forcing problems, leading to frustration and discouragement. This makes many to complain and murmur. It drains energy and worsen your perception of challenges. Yes, instead of practicing gratitude at this moment, many are complaining, many are murmuring. Another attitude we must guide against is isolation. Some withdraw from others and try to handle pressure alone. It is not the best attitude. It rather increases stress and loneliness. Stay connected to people that will be of help to you. It's not a moment to isolate yourself. Those are unhealthy attitude. Also, anger as a response, frustration in certain time expresses through hostile and wrong attitude. It damages relationship and worsens situation. Use calm attitude. Communication is important. We have self-control at that moment. Anger as a response is not the way forward. And a lot are also working with shortcut, quick fix. Pressure can lead many into these compromising values, compromising their strategy. It brings long-term consequences. Yes, it's important to stay committed to right choices and become patient instead of looking for fix quick. Yes, unhealthy response to pressure only increases difficulties. It increases the challenges. True patience requires self-control, wise decision, support, and perseverance through challenges. The scripture in Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 31, the Bible says, "But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and they shall not be weary, and shall not walk and they will not faint." is so important that we learn how to wait at that very important season of our life, because that season is obviously building us up. Patience is strengthening you when we trust God and wait on Him. That's the truth. Patience is strengthening you, is encouraging you, is molding you, is building you. God renews the strength of those who remain faithful even under pressure. Even under pressure, there are healthy ways to process patience under pressure. Life often places us in situations that test our patience, whether it is a delayed breakthrough, whether it's work stress, whether it's family challenge, even admission issues, exam challenges, financial struggle, unmet expectation. Pressure has a way of revealing what is inside of us. The key is not just enduring pressure, but processing it in the healthy and productive way. There are healthy ways we can process patience under pressure. Yes, an attitude is pause before you react. Pressure often pushes people into quick decisions, into taking action, impulsive action. Healthy patience begins when we learn how to pause and not to react. Taking a moment to think, to pray, to reflect, it can help you not to respond the way you expect. A calm response often solves problems better than emotional reaction, which many act on today. Not every situation requires an immediate response. Certain time we need wisdom. Yes, that is needed to pause before you begin to react. You need wisdom to pause. Another attitude is focusing on what you can control. There are controllable matters around you. Pressure becomes overwhelming when we spend too much energy worrying over the matter instead of focusing on actions, attitude, responsibilities that are within your reach. There are things within your reach where you can control, things that you can manage, things that you can handle at that very critical moment. Patience grows when you concentrate on your responsibility rather than your frustration. Focus on what you can control. It's an attitude to build up healthy ways of processing patience. Another attitude is maintaining a positive perspective. Pressure can make temporary moments look permanent. Those matters are actually temporary, but obviously pressure can make it look permanent. Every season of pressure carries lessons. It develops characters and strengthens resilience. What feels difficult today may become the testimony of tomorrow. So it's very important that you learn and have very important perspective. Let's maintain a positive perspective to life. Positive perspective to life is very vital. Also learn to seek support and wise counsel. Waiting and patiently waiting on with people and carrying burdens alone, it has become a huge challenge. Healthy people know when to seek advice. They know when to look for help. They know when to share their burdens with mentors, with families, with friends, and even spiritual leaders. So sharing your struggles can also provide clarity and strength and helps you to understand their different perspectives, because people have different experiences in life. Seeking help is a sign of wisdom, not a weakness. Yes, not a weakness. Support people, allow people and men around you to be of help. Also trust the process and keep moving forward. Patience is not passive or waiting. It's not passive moment or wait, it's an active endurance moment. So continue to do what is right when results seem delayed. Continue to do what is right. What are you doing right? Continue improving on your prayer life, improving your connectivity with people. Remember, many great achievements require time. Progress may slow you down, but consistency is the key to produce lasting success. Lasting success is still very, very possible. Trust the process and keep moving forward. Trust the process and keep moving forward. Patience under pressure is not about pretending everything is easy. Many use that word, all things are working out well. Why they are under pressure? By pausing before reacting, focusing what you can control, maintaining a positive perspective, seeking support is a vital key for you to build and process this patient moment even under pressure. Remember, pressure may test your patience, but patience will ultimately strengthen your character. That's why it's so important we develop patience and character at that season. James chapter 1 and verse 2 to 4 say, my brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptation, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entirely wanting nothing. Pressure is not always a sign of failure. God can use difficult situations to develop patience in one, mature you, and build character in you. This young boy who had finished school with an excellent result, with good grades, expecting admission, but it didn't happen to get into the university as expected. However, despite all the effort, he was not offered admission at that particular year. But many years later, her friends had moved on, and it was not a funny season of her life. While he remained at home waiting, began to learn certain things. Instead of allowing the frustration and discouragement to build up, he considered giving up, to give up from his dream. But instead of that, he chose to be patient. During that waiting period, he learned a lot of skills, volunteer job, and even in the community, prepared himself so much that by the next admission process, later he gained admission into the university and discovered that the extra skill he had gained was a huge advantage that made him stand out even in the university. And yes, that was the advantage that he had. Patience under pressure helped David, this young boy, to turn disappointing and delayed moment into seasons of growth and preparation. Just imagine how he could have, how life would have been if those moments was not well managed and he lived under pain and frustration. Remember, there is a place for support system in the journey of life. There is a place for support system. Yes, the role of support system plays a very huge, important role in the processing of your life, whether it comes from work environment, relationship, finance, family, education. No matter the source of the struggle, the source of the pressure, a strong support system from family, from friends, from mentors, from counselors, even spiritual leaders can be of help that will guide you. Emotional encouragement becomes the way out. Support system helps you to encourage you and bring comfort at that difficult moment, helping people to stay hopeful and not discouraging moment, encouraging words. That's what you begin to receive from support system. Emotionally, you become stronger. It's not a time to live in pain and frustration. Also, the support system helps you to live with wise counsel and right perspective. They provide guidance and fresh perspective, helping individuals to make better decisions at that difficult moment. And also, wisdom helps you to respond thoughtfully, not impulsively. Wise counsel is so important at that moment. It reduces stress. Those support system reduces stress and isolation moment. Support system reminds you that people are here with you. You're not alone in that waiting moment. It shares your burden. You can now share your burden that lightens up your heaviness and your concerns. Also, the support system are there for accountability and positive choices. They help you as individual focus and avoid the negative reaction like anger and quitting even in your biggest dream. Also, this accountability helps you to build self-control and patience. It's so important. Also, it helps also to hope and perseverance. Seeing others overcoming challenges inspires strength and long-term endurance. Hope helps one to sustain himself at this waiting time. During those delay moments, it's important to keep up your hope, keep up your expectation. Support system plays a very vital role in helping people to process patient moments under pressure through encouragement, through wisdom, through companionship. They are there with you, socially connected, giving you hope even in that hopeless situation, giving you ideas and direction. No one is meant to face life pressure alone. Healthy support system is a huge advantage that helps you to get focused even at that moment. It's so important. Friends, there are healthy ways to process patience under pressure. At that moment, it's not moment to live an unhealthy way. Yes, processing life challenges under pressure is so important. It is important to build those healthy values. Those healthy values is what we need at that difficult moment. Make yourself available by surrounding yourself with people who will be of a huge help and encourage us. As we move on, even with journey in life, let's develop these vital keys that will help us build capacity to face the pressure moment and also become patient genuinely, not just waiting, but patiently waiting. God bless you. My name remains Mrs. Sophia Kiwamu. Remember to live with gladness. It is your personal responsibility. Share, comment, and also call for counseling. God bless you.